Welcome to Journey of One. This is a show where I travel around Southern California to check out fun events and interesting places to see. Many times I'll be on my own, showing that you can have a unique experience when you travel solo, as well as showing that it's okay to do things on your own. But if friends or family join you, then all the better. So thanks for watching. Let's begin the journey. This week, I traveled back to Hollywood to take a tour of the Capitol Records Studio Tower and visit the Wax LA Record Fair. You'll instantly recognize the world-famous Capitol Records Tower, featured in movies and a staple of the LA landscape. But first, outside the tower, there was the Wax LA Record Fair. There was a bunch of booths set up where you could find a wide variety of vinyl records and celebrate the industry. Personally, as someone who's just recently got into vinyls, as I've always just listened to music via radio or digitally, it was a bit overwhelming trying to think of what records I should look for, and I had no clue to what was valuable or not. I found a couple fun records on my own, like this Batman book and record set, but thanks to Jack Patillo from Achievement Hunter for the recommendation of some classic rock albums that I couldn't wait to get home and listen to. There were lots of record labels and record stores represented here at the fair, giving anyone looking for any kind of record a good chance of finding it here. The fair had a couple food trucks set up serving some tasty foods, as well as this Penny Lane fish and chip shop that served up some really delicious fries. I was a bit jealous I couldn't make my own album cover like these kids were able to. Also featured at the fair was a music stage featuring live music and DJs all day long. It was a really chill stage beneath the palm trees and in the shadow of the famous tower where they've recorded so many hit songs for so many famous artists over the years. The artist on stage now was a very talented guitarist named Milo Gonzalez, whose warm-up and tuning playing was pretty good on its own. Take a listen. Just like any gala or event in Hollywood, they had a spot to take your picture in front of. I don't know why anyone would want to, though. It was getting close to my tour time, so I left the fair to head for the entrance out on Vine Street, right off of Hollywood Boulevard. As it was located in Hollywood, the Walk of Fame also went along the sidewalk in front of Capitol Tower, featuring the stars of some historic artists that have passed through this building, most notably being the members of the Beatles like John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Once inside, I was unfortunately told videos weren't allowed, but I could take photos, so my apologies if the stills don't quite capture the experience. Capitol Studio is often called the house that Nat built, as the success of Nat King Cole's record sales were so astronomical, they gave Capitol Records the funding to build this iconic tower. We were first taken inside Studio A, the primary and biggest studio there. In the control room, they showed off their huge advanced control board, which made me dizzy thinking of trying to work it all. While Studio A has hosted some of the biggest artists and bands over the years, Capitol Studios can also be rented out by any artist looking to record their songs there. This piano is the exact same one used by the aforementioned Nat King Cole, but is only one of the many that they have there. Some of the equipment is still original from the day the studio was built, like this classic microphone. The walls themselves could even be tuned to change to the sound that you wanted. Our tour group was honored to be joined by Nancy Olson, the wife of the late Alan Livingston, who was president of Capitol Records in the 60s and notably known for creating Bozo the Clown and signing such bands as the Beach Boys, Steve Miller, and a little UK band called the Beatles. We then moved on to Studio B, which was adjacent to and could be opened up to join Studio A. Here is a recreation of a vocal recording setup used by Dean Martin. In the control room was another large control board. However, this one was vintage and fully analog, not like the newer digital boards. Here they used Tom Petty's song, American Girl, to show off how the many layers of a track can be isolated and adjusted on a board like this. It was really crazy to hear such a well-known song broken down to its parts like that. Lastly, we got to visit Studio C, where 5.1 surround sound songs were mixed and recorded. There was no live stage here, just another massive console and an amazing set of speakers. Here they showed us just how different 5.1 surround sound, well, sounds. You feel like you're right in the middle of the actual band as they played, hearing things in a way you've never heard before. He played Pinball Wizard by The Who, which blew my mind hearing it this way. And that was the end of the tour. It was such a unique experience being able to go behind the scenes at this historic studio. Thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and visit journeyofone.com for more journeys, and check back next week as I go on another Journey of One.